I could see some of these kids starting to dance soon. Remember, that's what happened last year. Everybody got, well, when CP gets here, entonces se va a formar. Aquí se va a formar a Titingo when CP gets here. DJ CP doing a 1 hour set in the 10 o'clock hour. Oh, wow, we're getting hype here. Where did we get third win from?
The 8th colada.
I'm the most energized I've ever been.
Can I, Jordan, may you pass me my BYOB, please, as we give them a shameless plug for hydrating me today. Your friends over at BYOB, be your own best.
Yes, yes.
This is an absolute shameless plug. But they donated it so that I could drink something good instead of soda. You guys, I hope everybody's proud of me. I have not had one Coke Zero today.
That's what I'm talking about.
I had a 10-ounce Sprite Zero, of which a half threw out. So I barely even had soda.
You've had 8 shots of coffee.
And 100 bottles of water. Because that's all I've been drinking is water. And then, of course, some BYOB. Be your own best.
So what you're saying is, by the end of the night, Jasmine's gonna get a picture of you drinking multiple Coca-Colas and drinking multiple coffee shots, and we're gonna.
There's no way I'm drinking Coke tonight because then I won't sleep.
Yes, yes.
No chance.
And you need sleep because how long you been here?
20
Almost
hours
24 hours.
1 hour less than Frank.
There, you gonna sleep tonight, bro.
You need to sleep.
How do you know me so well?
You gonna sleep tonight, bro. Come on, man. Like, we're up 24 hours. It's not like we just been up for like 18 hours. Oh, it's such a tough 18-hour day.
Hey, don't make fun of us.
Wait a minute. Was that us? Is this play about us?
Yeah, but why are you grabbing the microphone?
I'm sorry.
Those days are
I'm
over.
sorry. No. Please don't say
Touch
the
your
word.
ears.
Please don't say the word.
Rookie.
Guys, I'm a junior. I thought this was gonna change.
What's this rookie stuff? Though?
No, listen. See what happened was.
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Wait, you
I
slipped
can't
the
keep
rookie.
calling you
man.
Rook. You've done a good job today.
I like that.
Jordan.
Would you like to know who my juice guy is?
Oh,
I do, actually.
It's my father.
hey!
Really?
What a revelation.
No, that's actually revelation.
So dad did a good job of hooking teacher up.
Bro, she
That's
kept that
equivalent of
super
giving me an apple.
secret.
Yeah, she did.
Because the other day we were talking about it, she never exposed that
Well, she
information.
says, she goes, let me call and see. I think I can get you a few. Let me see what I can do.
Of
She
course.
hustled me.
She
Of
was
course she knows
hustling.
her guy.
hustled me,
Her
bro.
guy knew her since she was born. She knows her guy.
She knows it really well.
Some would say they share the same last name. I don't know.
Listen, you guys make fun of our 18-hour, shift here today, but it's not like you guys get to go home today, and you guys get to have a free day tomorrow and do whatever you want.
No, I don't get to go home today. I get
He
to go
has
home
a
tomorrow.
5-year-old, bro.
I get to go
Okay.
home tomorrow.
Ask her,
But I go work tomorrow in a freezer in a warehouse for 12 to 16 hours, and I get no sleep. So my
You need
work
to go to
isn't
sleep.
over. My work
You
isn't
need to go
over.
nunui.
Nanui.
No, I stay here. I stay here.
Mister, I'm gonna be honest. How are you keeping it together?
Yeah, you're the strongest person I think I've ever seen.
Hey, Frank, I don't want to read
Bro.
this out loud. Where's
Okay,
Frank
so-
at? Where's Frank at?
Over there.
I need to give you this because there's a message for you. This is only for you. And actually, you're not allowed to divulge it because for that, I would just read it on the air and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
You can give me back your phone, my phone, once you read it. Don't leave the room with it. But there you go. Karina Fabulous in the house. I love Karina. When I tell you that I love Karina, first and foremost, before you guys start asking a million questions, which I know you already got some stuff in there with her. Karina's a big proponent of what we do here at Slam Radio. Karina, many moons ago, was doing podcasts with my godson. Shout out to Jonathan Correa. And while I can't repeat the line that made her go viral the first time, she's talking about makeup making her go viral. Okay. This line, which I can't say on the air, not because it's a bad word, it's just inappropriate. I remember when she made it. It was, for crying out, it was my godson's studio. He was doing these podcasts with his friends that I all knew. And all of a sudden, you see this young, beautiful lady, and she's talking, and she's just got her legs crossed, like she's hanging out, she's chilling. And dude, she was dropping bombs on that podcast. I go, wow. So I followed her immediately. Just, maintain the friendship of sorts. My godson's Jonathan. Oh my God. And when we went to do Insights last year, I reached out to her. Was it Insights or was it SLAM-A-THON?
It was Insights.
was in-
March.
It
This
was in March.
Insights.
And I'd been talking to her, whatever, and I said, hey, man, like, I like how you develop your content. I have some crazy ideas for you that I think will work. But more importantly, man, I'd love for you to come. We're doing this 12-hour interview program called Insights. And she came through and she rocked it.
Would you say that it was insightful?
Oh my God. That's
¿Sabes lo que se pujo?
you know what I hate? That's actually one of our scripts that we use for our promos. We're like insightful interviews for insight.
Insightful interviews for Insights. She did an insightful interview. By all means, she sat here and she looked like $1 million. We've seen her use the clips on her social media because she's a gangster like that.
I love that.
But she kind of fell in love with all y'all. So when am I going back? And when am I going back? And wait, I'm going to form this idea. I think I have an idea for a podcast. And so, you know, she told you she's a paralegal. She does a lot of things. She's also a single mom. And to be honest with you, it's not that I didn't think she was going to do it. I just said, man, there's a lot on everybody's plate. I don't see this happening. And what I didn't want to do is do it for her.
100%.
And when we sat down and talked about the idea, we spent several days and evenings going over this, like literally. Amanda helped us out with some of the brainstorming as well. And we came to the conclusion that my ugly ass had no business on the podcast with her. Maybe I could help her produce it, but there's a little too much beauty there for me to come out with my bald, ugly, buggy eyes. And I literally told her, this is what I think you need to do. And I can't wait because I'm not going to give away what the ideas are. But I am excited that in the month of December, when we're on vacay, and we still got to work on collecting a team. Stephanie's in there, right? Stephanie had already volunteered, unless I misremembered. Maybe she didn't volunteer. She goes, I'll come. But I don't know if that, like, you changed your mind about Karina's little podcast in December. Remember? You don't remember. You made me look bad on national radio. You know
Not
that.
national radio. No, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Now she put a
She
thumbs up.
remembers. She
She
remembers.
remembers now. Okay. I think that she was we call her La Peligrosa because she loves to play jokes on all of us. So she's kind of dangerous.
Danger. It's an idea.
But we're going to go ahead and record her first 3 pilot programs here at Slam Radio. We think it's going to be really good. And don't let it be even marginally good because we're going to put it on our airwaves too. The idea is great. I'm not going to share anything of it, but I am very proud of her for taking the time to develop that with her busy schedule. That being said, I love how you have no limits to who you are. It makes it very interesting. It makes you a very interesting person. We have a few friends in our wheelhouse that are like that. Ashley Gonzalez is one of them. She couldn't make it today. She's at a toy drive. I would have loved for that badass to come over here and show us what it is to be a powerful young lady. And she really absolutely is. She just got sworn in, I guess, the board of directors and
Yeah.
in her group for real estate. She's been one of the top real estate agents in her group all year. She is
Wonderful.
absolutely.
She's a monster.
I believe she came for Insights too. Did she not?
She
I
did.
believe
That's
so.
when I met her on Insights in March.
So she's pretty much amazing. But I want to give the floor to our students because I
Yep.
think our students have some questions they'd like to ask you, and I can always ask you questions.
Oh no, we could do this all
We
day.
can do this all day. So I'm going to let them ask you some questions. They might ask you about the podcast,
That's fine. We'll drop little
little
not
hints,
too
but
much,
we don't
not-
want to give it all away because there was a lot of brainchilds behind it. So we're going to go ahead and go. We're going to start with Armando and then go out to the phone lines and to the crowd.
We're
and
not
go-
even on the regular show. I raise my hand and you go, let's start off with Armando.
You know, it feels like the morning right now.
Everybody's just a
Does
little
it- does it feel
delirious.
like
She
It's
gets a
okay.
little upset when I do
No,
that.
because I'm your wing woman. I'm right here.
It gets
I'm
close.
on your, what side am I on for you?
Left,
You're at third base,
No, what
left.
left side.
I'm on your left side. I'm always there. And then
You
you,
know,
and then you
she's
look.
a wing woman too, you know.
Oh, we should collab.
She's a wing woman
Oh.
too. You ask her, she thinks I'm the bee's knees. She called me Adonis one day. I don't know. You blind. You need to go
You
check
have
out your
to
eyes.
understand that I'm here over Art Basel because this is 10 times better. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I've done Art Basel already. It's awesome. I love art. I'm an artist, but here I feel like home. And I think the reason I came back was to your point, Larry, when you have people behind you that believe you, really kind of, and I think I was just really feeding off the energy the first time I was here. And I was like, wow, it gave me different perspective on how I look at myself. I think everybody, like we're our own worst critic. We were just talking about that in the last segment, right? But I try to tell myself, I'm really humble. But then when you hear someone describe how you make them feel, it's like, okay, maybe I do. You just need the right people around you. And I'm very fortunate to have you be one of those
Thank you.
people
I
around me.
appreciate that, Creed.
So I'm ready for the questions and Possibly another colada shot.
That wouldn't be a
Frank?
bad thing, right, Frank? I would
You know.
say before we get to the questions, we gotta get Ashley to do a little podcast too. I told her for her real estate, she needs to.
I'm gonna follow up with her
because
for
she's
sure.
just got some kind of energy that's not common. And I
Oh, it's
believe
not.
It's really not common. She goes to a party and she's the life of a party, and she goes to an event and she's the life of the event. She's got some moxie on her and she's got some drive to her that I think that's why she does so well in real estate. And to be honest with you, like you guys are like powerful women, and that's why I like to bring you around our young ladies.
I
You know that
appreciate that.
over 60% of Slam Radio are young ladies looking to be heard, looking to be seen, and looking to be understood. So I'm gonna have some of them. What was that all about?
That's the goat.
What?
She's
She's
the
the goat.
Oh, she's the goat.
Oh, okay, period.
Karina's my goat.
I
Karina's my
forgot that you do call Karina your goat all the time. That's right.
Oh, she did. That's why when I came, she was like, my goat. Shout out to her.
So we're gonna go out to some of our students, but I want to start first with Armando before we get to the loose mic. Go ahead, Armando.
Hi, yes, it's Armando. I don't think I interviewed you on Insights. I don't think I was.
No,
was
no,
it?
no.
Yeah, I
this
wasn't.
is-
So yeah, it's my first time interviewing you. The sweet person who wrote this information about you said that your I guess your fashion is very vintage inspired. What does that exactly mean? How can you describe the essence of that?
So I've always been super into the 1950s and 60s as far as fashion.
Yeah.
One of the first shows I loved to watch when I was younger was I Love Lucy. Not sure if
I
any of you
love that
know.
show. Yes.
So I also felt I felt like I could identify with the show because Lucy was American, her husband was Cuban. I feel like, especially here in Miami, we kind of have like this dual identity, like, you know, my personality as a Hispanic, as an American, like how do we find that common line, right? So how do I do it in fashion? So
Right.
I remember the first time, for example, I came for Insights, I wore this Armani Exchange brown suit and I got the inspo from Pat Riley because in the 90s, so it's not just 50s and 60s. I like this from the 80s. I'll take a piece from the 90s. I was like, I like how Riley used to dress on the court when he was the coach.
I know you're a sports person.
Of
too.
course, 100.
Oh,
Oh no,
Junkie.
there's layers to
Junkie.
this. Yeah. So I would be
Wow.
like,
Also a
who?
mafia freak too.
Right. So I'd be like, who inspires me? How do I want to dress? Okay, who inspires me today? What mood am I in? And am I in? And that's where I take it from. But vintage, like anytime someone sees a classic car, they take a picture. Hey, I thought of you. Because I think the
Wow.
classic style is a lost art that I hope comes back. I see it trending. I see like the vintage nostalgia sort of thing trending, and I hope to see it because I think it's different. It's classy. It's different. It's different.
Hello, my name is Andrea.
Hi. I'm sorry. Hold on. I don't want to give you my back. Go ahead.
How did you get started into the beauty and makeup industry?
Okay, so throwing it back to high school, I was always into makeup, the beginnings of the beauty YouTube world. So before they were making six figures, and these influencers, back then there was no word for influencer. It was like, let me get my crappy bathroom lighting and film a video on YouTube and post it. I have a video from 2012 from high school. I'll see if I pull it up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn to do my makeup. I wanted to always learn to do my makeup. I would go into my mom's closet, grab her makeup bag, and then I would teach myself through YouTube. I got really good at it. I used to be in the art club in middle school, so I realized painting and drawing, I guess, had something to do with it. I started doing makeup for like the proms and formals my sophomore and junior year, and word got around. I was like, okay, maybe I'll do like little business cards. Like, let me just try something. And sure enough, like junior, senior year, I was doing makeup, and then I made a little side hustle out of it. So that's where it started. Mm-hmm.
Hello, my name is Karen. I interviewed you.
Yes, I
on
remember
Insights.
you.
You were awesome. I love you. I love your makeup. I love
Aw,
everything.
thank you.
This is a two-part question.
Yes,
One,
go for it.
when you were on YouTube and when you took makeup inspo from people on YouTube, who were those people? And then two, I want to hear more about your sports side because last interview we never touched on that.
I
It was
know.
just all girls. So talk about that.
Okay, Carly Bible, number one. I don't know if you guys know Carly Bible. She's like an OG. She's great. I thought she was always also like people that attracted me on YouTube were also people that were really kind. It was before like use my link. Here's a like it was so different back then. It was organic. Nobody was trying to make money. People were literally like, I love this product. I'm not getting paid. So people like Carly, Nicole Guerrero. There was a girl called Juicy Star 07. She had a sister. They both did videos together. Jaclyn Hill, when she started, I did like Jaclyn Hill in the beginning. And for your sports question, my father's a huge Miami guy, like Miami sports teams. he doesn't have any boys, so like me and my sister did not have a choice. But I love it. I love the competition. Dwayne Wade went to my prom my senior year. I was on Sports Center. Yes, in the background, like, oh my
But
God.
he went to your prom. Was that the prom where he went and
My friend
posed as the
Nicole.
date?
So here's the funny thing. My friend Nicole, yes, my friend Nicole was like, hey, I'm doing a YouTube video and I'm going to ask Dwayne Wade to prom. I need you to do my makeup. I feel like that day I couldn't make it because I had a project or it was I was studying for something because I will never miss. I missed it. She did it. She's like, okay, it's fine. The whole basketball team was like making fun of her, like, you're crazy. Like, it's not how back then people were making YouTube videos and posting once a day. It was still very taboo. You know, it was kind of like, oh, look at this girl. Like, Wade's never going to notice you. We get to prom. My art teacher's like freaking out, but she's like, don't say anything. I'm sitting with Nicole. We're in the same table. And they put like a video on the screen. Oh, I hope, you know, you enjoy prom. I hope you can make it. The doors open and Wade just pops out. Yeah.
How did you guys go all of insights without finding that?
Because there was no time. There was
Congrats.
no
I'm just
time.
kidding.
So that was, and then we won the championship like right after that. It was 2013. It was great.
It was
Good
on the
luck.
news. It was on the
Great.
news and everything. I
So I'm a
remember.
huge like Heat girl. Like I'm
Wow.
Heat Nation forever. Like I have like an Alonzo Mourning jersey. I love to wear that. That's like
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say to our defense, it was literally all girls. We just talked about makeup
No, I
and girly
know.
stuff the whole
Yeah,
time.
there
It
was no-
was awesome.
It was a
I
rhetorical
loved it.
question. Don't worry.
But yeah.
Oh, sorry, another girl's gonna ask a question. Jesus.
Of course.
But I'm a mommy's girl. I love my mom so much. And growing up, I would see her like do her makeup and paint her nails, and I wanted to do that too. Even my tomboy phase.
Mm-hmm.
You have a daughter. How do you teach her how to be feminine and be a girl and love herself, but also not let her fall into that toxic world where sometimes the makeup beauty world can lead to?
I feel like it's challenging more in your generation. I'm not gonna lie, and for her as well. I think it's more about owning that it's never, you have to be okay with yourself. So you just have to be comfortable in your own skin, and there's going to be somebody that's always going to critique you. Unfortunately, like middle school was really rough for me. So I feel like I know how hard that age is, and even high school is a little bit more complex. But I think it's more about loving every phase you're in. Don't be in a rush to wear all the eyeshadow at one age. Don't be in a rush to do everything so early, because then you'll get to a phase in your life that you'll be bored because you've done it all. So it's really enjoying every single phase. I remember I had a horrendous like gold eyeshadow phase because I wanted to cover a sty. It brought out my eyes more. It was a terrible, terrible thing. But back in the day, I was like, oh, I look great. Like it's glitter all over my eyes. Nobody's gonna see this bump under my eyes. So that's kind of how I played with it. And yeah, like you just have to own every phase, you know?
Now, I have interviewed you before, but I'm not really, a person that likes to do makeup. Like
Mhm.
I've never done makeup in my life. But from the second I pull up your Instagram page, it attracts my attention immediately. You say how
Thank you.
social media has changed a lot. How have you kind of like try to fit into how social media is going now and how trends are going and how to, like be unique
At the
and-
same time.
Exactly.
If I see a trend I don't like, I'm not gonna do it. Cause then if you post it, oh, she's trying too hard. I want something that if I see it and I'm laughing, oh, I want to do this. If I get that reaction and I'm planning how I want to film it, okay, I'll do it. We'll do it. I'm not a fan of like, oh, I need to check my followers, and that's so neurotic sometimes. I think it's like, oh my God, if I lost a follower, you have to just, you will find your people. People will gravitate towards you from what you post, and I try to keep it real. I'm not going to follow a trend because, oh, I'm going to get a lot of views if I do this. But is it true to what I want people to perceive me by? And if it's not, I'm not going to do it. And if it falls right into like a vintage aesthetic, the classic car meets, Sopranos, the Miami Heat, Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, I had a video with her. That was the first video that went viral. Selena, they just released a documentary about Selena and Los Dinos. That was my first viral video on TikTok. I did not feel like filming. I didn't even have to film my face. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I just filmed the product. I am up to 1.5 million views. Wow. You have to go with your gut. Thank you. You have to go with your gut.
But how do you deal with the hardships of when one video goes so well and then the other one flops?
Well, I guess to answer that question, it's more about what am I trying to achieve by posting? Am I trying to do it for views, or am I doing it because it's something I believe in? The good thing with that video, the moment I went viral, the brand deals started coming in. So that was like really eye-opening. And then funny how life works, because Selena was always one of my biggest inspirations growing up. Like I had a boombox, I had her CD. So I think it's funny how she kind of sparked that, you know, this video is gonna blow up. I've worked with Lancome, I've worked with Laura Mercier, I've worked with Mac, all because of a viral video. So I don't look at it on, oh, I have to match this video up with the rest. The floodgates just opened and I just create. You just have to create. You can't think of numbers. If you think of numbers, you're going to consistently, oh, I don't want to post, because you're thinking of that first video. You can't, you can't. Any other questions?
Oh, we got more.
Hi, my name is Jaden.
Hi.
I'm gonna ask how do you deal with the overwhelmingness of like getting viral on TikTok?
The beginning was overwhelming because when I still open my TikTok, that video still gets likes, even if it's a like or two a day. So I'm just like, okay. In the beginning, it was like an adrenaline rush, because then you're like, okay, I got to do this, I got to post that. And now I have to just focus on what's going to be the next best thing for me to go viral that's true to my essence. You know what I mean? So I don't focus much more on viral anymore. I focus on the content that I want to make.
786-828. Oh, you got me off there. 786-828-7068. We have a couple of more questions that want to be asked, but unfortunately, I'm being told we have breaking news. I can't even deliver it, so you go ahead and deliver it, Frank. What is it? Manny. Hey.
What's going on? So I got a little gift from the mayor of Miami-Dade County. It's actually a pretty big deal, but I got to read it out.
Okay.
If you're okay. I'm sorry to break in. So in Miami-Dade County, we honor the people and institutions whose dedication, creativity, and service continue to uplift our community and enrich the quality of life for all residents. Slam Radio has, for 7 years, served as an inspiring and dynamic platform that uplifts student voices and fosters meaningful youth broadcasting opportunities. The program has empowered young people by nurturing confident communicators, providing hands-on training, and offering real-world journalism experience that prepares the students for bright, successful futures. And through unwavering mentorship, high expectations, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Slam Radio has become a national model for youth-led media, showcasing student broadcasters whose professionalism, creativity, and courage set them apart. And Slam Radio continues to enrich Miami-Dade's academic and creative landscape, contributing to a thriving community of learning, innovation, and artistic expression that benefits students and residents alike. Be it resolved that Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, Chairman Anthony Rodriguez, and the members of the Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of all 2.7 million members and residents of Miami-Dade County, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, as Slam Radio Day here in Miami-Dade County. And we call upon the good people of Miami-Dade County to join us in celebrating the 7th birthday of Slam Radio, honoring its remarkable achievements and its enduring dedication to empowering the next generation of storytellers and leaders.
You lied to me, though. So I want to bring you something as a happy birthday. You didn't.
It was a little birthday.
Proclamation.
It was going to be a little birthday card, but we switched it up on you.
Wow.
No, because it's a big deal. The mayor, when I talked to the mayor.
Where's Frank? I need Frank here right now.
Frank, you got to get over here, man. When I talked to the mayor, she was like, Manny, no. Slam, she heard your story. She knows the partnership with Strive 305. She knows the work that you all do. She was like, no. We're delivering a proclamation. We're going to make sure that
I was told definitely that it was going to be, we're just going to give you a happy birthday. And I was like, okay, whatever you, that's why when you came in with this, and I didn't know what in the world you, like, I got confused. I don't know what to say.
I don't need it. I'm speechless. If I talk, I might cry.
This is crazy.
Better you than me, since I'm the crybaby around here. Please, I'd like to express to Danielle Lincava my personal gratitude for actually realizing the hard work that we do here in this studio. And I don't want to be corny, but the first person I have to dedicate this to is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I do put him there because whether you believe in him or not, I believe in him, and he's given me the strength to do the things that we do here. And sometimes when I don't think I have the strength anymore, then I got to thank Frank Fernandez.
He's really making me cry.
Oh my God, you guys.
I wasn't supposed to be on radio anymore. This dork over here told me, if you ever want to do radio again, let me know. So I quit the 6-figure job and started doing free radio, thinking, well, let's see what happens. And Slam happened. Of course, I got to thank you, Manny. Your undying friendship. I'm speechless in the sense that we've been friends for a long time. You've been there through some really tough times for me, you and our principal, when my father-in-law passed away 9 years ago this week. And I don't really know what I can possibly say. I want to also dedicate this to Ray Bretto. Ray Bretto believed in me, and I have no words that I can ever express of gratitude to a man who's not just my boss, not just one of my best friends, but a man who truly believed in me when I didn't think I was even a teacher. I got to thank Carlos Alvarez because we're taking this to the next level. And Carlos has really been dedicated to what we're doing here. And I think today has been an absolute testimony to how much we've improved as a radio station, as a program. And these students, they believe in it. I told them, if you believe in this, you're going to get out of it what you put in. And look at this. It's 9:30. They got 2.5 more hours. They're ready for the DJ to come. They want to dance. They want to party. They've been here all day. 18 hours. That's why I'll be here 36 for them if they're going to come give me 18. But the dedication that they give us day in, day out, Manny, from doing the research, from being on chat groups, contacting each other in the middle of the night, making sure they have the right stories, congregating in the front door before they walk in, doing prep. Where's Kime? That fourth period class with their prep. It's like it's a group party. It's like a Friendsgiving every other day with these guys. They sit down. I'm gonna keep rambling until midnight, so I'm gonna shut up and say thank you. I really am.
Very well deserved.
I gotta thank one more as you hold this. I gotta thank the kids, bro. You know, I gotta thank the kids.
Yo, I know I'm gonna go.
Why in the world you ever pay attention to me is beyond me, but you do. And I don't know why, but I thank God every morning when I wake up that I have your attention. Sometimes even your undivided attention. But what I also have is your loyalty. And in this space, whether you're an administrator in this school, whether you're a teacher, look at Pasquale here, bro. What a dear friend he's been to me over the years. Not just
2022, 2023 Teacher of the Year. Is that what you won? The Teacher of the Year? So you're not just a broadcaster, you're an educator. That's why the students listen, because you're a phenomenal teacher. That speaks about education just as much as it speaks about radio.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, but there's nothing I could have done without these students. They are absolutely amazing. Even the ones that are not in radio. I get high fives down the hall. Mister, how are you? They make this fun. Did you win, Alex?
They destroyed them.
Attaboy. Our basketball team won again. That's as important as his proclamation. Woo! All kidding aside, my team. I know you got your team, Alex. Congratulations on your victory. But my team just won today. As you can see, we got a proclamation from the mayor. Well deserved.
We do it for you.
Nah, you got to do it for you. Don't do it for me. Do it for yourselves, because that's exactly the reason you do it. I look and I see Alex Garcia, Edith Garcia. They've known me since my first day of working here at SLAM. So I'm glad that they're here to see this so many years later, because this is crazy. Edith's just smiling at me, and I get where the smile's coming from. This fake ass basketball coach actually. I mean, I'm so good at inspiring people. I don't know what the heck I was drawing up, and I won games. But all in all, it was always about Slam Radio, and whether I was coaching or doing something else or doing Telemundo Academy. At the end of the day, it was always about this space. It was always about Frank, and it was always about our students. So I wish Carlos would have been here. This would have been a great time for him to see this. I'm sure he'd be very, very proud. You didn't tell me. Oh, man. Look who's here. Dumb. With a bomb for 3. One of my former dudes, bro. I love you, kid. Guys, thank you. Bro, you lied to me, bro, because they even lied to me. They didn't say it was going to be this. We can't do any of it. You're going to get a little.
That's part of the
certificate.
surprise. That's part of the
So I did. That's why I'm in awe.
You told us in the morning one of these days. You're
I
like,
said they're not going to be able
Yeah.
to get it. They might come with some sort of commendation or whatever. I'm like, whatever. Once again, not paid attention to, and you shocked me. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think this is a perfect time to go to break because like I'm 6 inches away from.
Or 7. Or 7.
Is CP on his way? All right, that's good. Shout out to everybody in this room. Thank you for being a part of Slam Radio. I really appreciate it. And
Good job, guys.
Oh, we already hung that baby up. We already hung that baby up. The hardware is up, baby. Woo! You know, the only person we didn't thank, is the man singing in the background. The house that Pitt built.
Real.
I've thought of so many different names for the studio. Pitt's 2,800, because 2,800 square feet, give or take a few feet. Pitt did this, man. Pitt did they hate that I say the story. He did a concert in Niagara Falls. And when they paid him, he endorsed it in the back and gave it to the foundation president and go build them their studio. That's a true story.
What?
I'm not sure I was supposed to say it, but that's a true
I know.
story.
That's amazing.
He does not like for people to know what he does. And he's just an amazing person in general, not because he's a superstar and it's cool to like him. He really is an amazing person. I call him Pitbull because that's what we know him as, but he's Armando to me. So I know you were in one of his first videos, weren't you?
Yeah, his first video ever. Welcome to Miami. Super low budget. He had no money. He used to, people don't know this, but back in the days, he would play in all the hotels in Miami. And that's what the clubs for kids like me that grew up in Hialeah, Little Havana, all these areas, those were the clubs that we went to. And Pitt used to play there all the time. But
so you bamboozled me, bro. You lied. I mean, I'm glad you lied. When are we going to bring the mayor?
She's out of town, but she's 100% coming. She wanted to be here.
So this happened because she decided, no, we got to get this done. Because I mean, I spoke to your people from the office 2 days ago, and they said there's no way anything like that's going to happen because it's too short notice.
And when I sat down with her, and she was like, "Manny, but that's the group that has a Strive 305 show on Thursdays. That's a group that educates the kids. The kids are the one." And I was like, "Yes." And she said, No. We're gonna get them a proclamation.
Nah, this is for them.
So we're gonna get the kids a proclamation. So yeah, the mayor is super impressed, and she will definitely be here at some point early 2026.
We'd love to see that. I know Carlos will be excited to have her, give her a tour of both buildings. We end up here, talk to her a little bit on the radio, have our kids interview her, or just hang out if she doesn't want to be interviewed. It's okay. We just love to see her here and let her see for herself what's going on. Maybe she just wants to observe while we do a show. It's all good. Whatever the mayor wants.
It's all good.
It's all good. She's family here. And especially with this. I mean, are you kidding me?
Listen, you have your official date, not for a city, not for the entire county. 3 million people. They know that December 3rd is Slam Radio Day.
Can't believe we got a Slam Radio Day before GTA 6.
So we have a lot of our top students here, Manny. And we were interviewing Karina. So Karina's still part of this. She went to the couch. That's because
This is perfect timing. I was like, boy, this is a lot.
So yeah, a lot happened there. But I know that there's going to be a few questions here of you because obviously we were preparing for you as a guest. So I know some of them actually have real-time questions
Ooh, I got you.
for you. But once again, thank you on behalf of our school, of Slam Foundation, Slam Radio, particularly because it's our birthday that was recognized. Lucky number 7, Frank. We got it in 7 years. That's a good thing. But you're gonna have to recognize this again soon. You know that, right? Because if you think this is where it ends, nah, Bobby, we only just begun. We're gonna have 11 schools. Cortando, filo.
Yeah?
Oh, they're gonna go crazy. We've already got 3 schools in the pipeline already creating content for us that goes on the air.
That's amazing.
By March 2026, we'll add 3 more. By the start of the school year, August 2026, we are expecting every Slam school that has high school in it to be submitting content that's played on our airwaves, just like your show from Strive 305 and like so many other things that we hear here.
We're expanding
on
every
Slam.
ball.
We are absolutely blowing this baby up. That's all we do. And I appreciate that. That is a great springboard. I'm not even tired anymore. But I think some of my kids are. But I want to ask you some questions, and I know Sebas has one right away. Go for it, Sebas.
Sebastian Mermer Jr. here, and I want to know if there was a pivotal moment in your life that made you realize that you want to go into this career, work with this city, and what it was.
Well, what was interesting is, we're living in a time that and there was a poll that came out recently where people are saying that one of their biggest concerns is that how divided society is, right? So I actually ran against the mayor. So the same mayor who proclaimed
That's right.
the day for you all today.
That's right. You did run against her.
I was her main opponent a year ago. I was her main opponent. I came in second place. And what was really cool was after the election, months later, we sat down, talked about it, and the rest is history. Now we're working together, right? I'm the assistant director for local and small business development throughout the entire county. Anything and everything that has to do with entrepreneurship, small business, from permitting, money, marketing, you name it, it's something that I do every day. So for me, that rejuvenated me because I was an elected official. I was the mayor for a long time in Miami Lakes. Did a lot of cool stuff out there. But now as a staff member, I get to see a lot of the great impact locally in the community. But more importantly, is working together. And I think me and the mayor have set this national model where that never happens. People who were campaigning against each other, had disagreements, kind of sitting down and finding a bridge where we 100% agree on the same exact thing. I think that in itself, in this moment that we're living in, I think it's a great example. Look, and you see it in Congress, right? Where if you're a Democrat, you're going to vote against Republicans no matter where. If you're a Republican, you're not going to, you know what I mean? It's a really weird time that we're living in. And I think it's important to at least find something, because when you talk to any human being, even though you might not agree with them on everything, there's at least one thing that we agree upon.
I think that's amazing that we're able to, even though we have our differences, we're still able to connect and understand and work with each other. I think that's something really important, especially this year. But thank you for answering my question.
But by the way, look, I own a restaurant, and one of the coolest things about owning a restaurant is that there are people who eat at my place that never voted for me. But once they started eating there and we would start talking, they were like, bro, you're not a bad dude. Like,
best French toast in town, by the way.
Actually,
the best French toast in town is at Mayor's Cafe in Miami Lakes, just so you know.
So, but it's interesting how when you talk to people, if it's over food, whatever it is, you're like, man, we have more. So I just wanted to share how that has helped me so much. So I do that all the time now. Even in my current role, I try to always have one-on-one meetings with folks to have coffee and just talk. Not talk about work. We get there, but always try to talk to find similarities.
With all the research I've done about you, there's been the same two words that have been repeated. You've been seen as someone who takes accountability and someone who's empathetic. How do you balance these two emotions when in a political pressure or with something you feel so strongly about morally or ethically?
Well, look, you can never change your character, your beliefs. They are what they are. But you can also be empathetic because especially how people were raised, where they come from. And that's something that has helped me, because I have 100% my beliefs, what I believe should happen. But I also understand, man, if you didn't grow up in Miami, if you grew up in Wisconsin or something, the way they grew up is completely different, right? Your views are they were made up because of your neighborhood, your surroundings. So that has helped me a lot where I understand that. But my parents would talk to me all the time. They were like, Manny, you never know what that person's going through. You never know how they were raised. You never know what their family status was. You never know, and that kind of, while I stood on my principle always, but I was always empathetic, and I tried to listen to people and level with people and meet them where they're at. So that in itself, I think, is important. Again, without wavering from your core principle and beliefs, you can definitely, level with folks and listen to them and understand. Doesn't mean you got to agree, but you can understand why they believe what they believe or why their perspective is that way, So look, I'll share this with you all. When I was a junior in high school, one of the coolest classes, I don't think anybody does this anymore. I know my former school doesn't do it anymore. Our world religion class, it wasn't just about going into the books. They required us to go visit not Christian denominations, various other religions, and figure out if there was a bridge where we can all work together. And that was actually, it gave me certain skill sets that were really interesting in life, because you would have to sit down with people and figure it out, like listen, try to empathize, and try to find one bridge. If it's food, if it's sports, if it's just life in general, that we love our families, whatever it is. Most human beings, like that was something I realized, most human beings love their families. So I always start off, just talking about their families and their homes and their neighborhoods and their desires and wants.
Mr. Sid, I'm kind of glad you mentioned families because that's where I want to get to here. You were the mayor of Miami Lakes. A lot of families live in Miami Lakes. Businesses, family-run businesses. And Camila, thank you for mentioning balance. How do you balance taking care of your family and the community's families?
That's a great question.
Someone's getting good at this broadcast.
No, you guys se están acabando.
No, el tipo con el pelo, el tipo está acabando. I need some of your hair, bro, so I can be better at broadcasting.
He used my aura of having the first question. That
I like it.
Like he read it and he was like, Camila's so smart and amazing. I have to make my questions like as same as
There you go. It was an inspiration.
So in for a reason, game recognizes game.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Listen, that's the way you learn. You mimic each other, you learn, you get better, and that's how we move forward. But look, I'll share with you a quick story that encapsulates that thought. So there was a meeting at City Hall one night that we had. The biggest developers in Miami Lakes had a project, and that was a Graham family. Bob Graham's family, who's a former governor, former senator. His family, they were moving forward. I don't know if it was the $110 million project that was the golf course that they were fixing up. And we had a meeting. Hundreds of people showed up, but there was one issue. My son, at 9 o'clock at night, had a middle school game, a middle school championship game, semifinal game at Shula's across the street. So at the beginning of the meeting at 6:30, I told everybody, I go, look, I just want people to understand, like, if this hearing hits 9 o'clock, I'm going to have to step out for 45 minutes. You all can make your decision. If you want to vote or wait for me, do whatever you want. But at that point, I can't let my son down. He really wanted me to. I wasn't going to let him down. And the meeting goes on. The hundreds of people speak. The meeting's going on. 9 o'clock comes. I stand up. I'm like, you guys do what you got to do. You know what they did? They just stopped the meeting and they started talking amongst themselves, chatting. And they waited for me to go see my son's game. I walked back in. Meeting restarted. But what that did was not only set the example for me, but for the staff and the community of the importance of being there for your family. Because you hit on the head. If you don't have things right at home, you can't be successful at City Hall. Last night I was at Branches. It's a local organization that works with our small businesses. But what they do is they realize that it's just not about growing a business, that you got to make sure that your family, the kids, the parents, that everything is in line. And that's something I live by, because you got to have a proper balance in life, and can't swing one way or the other in terms of giving up, your family just for politics or vice versa. You got to have a proper balance.
Hi, Manny. As we know, you were the mayor of Miami Lakes, and now you work with the mayor of Miami-Dade on a more local level. Which would you say that this position now is easier or harder than being mayor of Miami Lakes, and does it allow you to be more hands-on with the community?
Great question. So being mayor, there was a certain burden, right? Because you were the example for the entire community. Right. So like you would never catch me drinking at a bar, doing, things I wasn't supposed to do, because I knew I had 35,000 people that looked to me as, man, this guy, like, we elected him, we entrusted him. So there was a certain recognition of that. Even when I was on vacation, like, I would go out of town and I always would run into people, but I was always kind of on point. And my mom, my wife, everybody's like, hey, you got to let loose, just chill. And I was like, I can't, you know what I mean? I'm the example for 35,000 people. I have to make them proud, so that part was tough, because you always had to be on point. Now this job, I don't have to do that for 35,000 people, but I have to do it for one person. So, which is the mayor. I got to have the mayor spent a lot of political capital bringing me on board. The mayor's a Democrat, had the entire Democratic establishment. She had a lot of independent stuff, and she brought in somebody who's probably the most conservative mayor in Miami-Dade County for 8 years, right, to her administration. So my job now is, to serve the people, but to make sure I have the mayor's back. Her vision is to create a Miami-Dade economy that works for everybody. So every single day I'm doing that. And then the biggest hurdle is when I was a mayor of Miami Lakes, I had City Hall, the kids' schools, my house, and a restaurant within
the neighborhood
5 minutes. Now I'm in downtown or I'm in South Dade. I'm an hour and a half away from my house at any moment. You know what I mean? So it's definitely changed my life, but it's also opened my eyes to how diverse, how awesome Miami-Dade County is. I mean, we have a lot of people don't know this. I mean, the amount of farmers and farmland that we have one of the richest agricultural treasure troves in the country. I mean, we have the most diverse ag than anywhere in the country. I mean, what we grow in fruits and vegetables is amazing. Like, we have a fruit and spice park in Miami-Dade County where you walk in and you have all it's a public park. A lot of people don't even know it exists. I didn't know it existed. And there is so many treasures like that throughout Miami-Dade County. That is so. You had right down the street from you at the D.A. Dorsey house, right? The first black millionaire, in Miami, and everything. They made the changes. Same thing in Little Havana. I mean, it is Miami-Dade County is so amazing. So that is one thing that I really appreciate, that I get to experience that on a daily basis.
Hello, my name is Karen. I'm a senior. So I want to start off with saying I have a lot of admiration for you, because to be in a mayoral election, be the runner-up, and then be able to sit down and have a conversation about your goals and unite about the people, I feel like that is very powerful in a time like this. And I want to ask you, what do you feel society or this country needs to be united again? Because I do feel like we are very divided at times.
Well, look, I'll share with you something that happened to me early on that helped shape my political career. In 2012, I ran against a 12-year incumbent, Mary Collins, who was a county commissioner, a founding member of Miami Lakes, ran for Congress. The night that I won, it was a really close election. She called me right away. She goes, Manny, I thought I was going to win, but you ended up winning. I just want to wish you all the best. I got your back. I'm going to be there for your swearing in, whatever I could be. And I was like blown away, because typically, like, Hialeah, Miami Lakes politics
doesn't work like that.
No, it's nasty. Like, there's people that don't talk to each other, and that really set the tone for me. Like, my swearing in, when I first got elected, I brought her up, and everybody gave her a round of applause. So we kind of set a different tone, and that really helped me even with this election. Like, the night that I lost the last August, what hurt the most wasn't losing, was I had 65,000 people that voted for me, right? That meant so much. So I sent the mayor a text, and I was like, you know what? The same way Mary Collins showed me incredible grace, I'm going to show the mayor the same grace. But something that's not happening throughout the country, people aren't even calling each other to concede. I had local races in Miami Lakes where somebody that lost didn't call you, and I'm just like, that's insane. Like, you have to be gracious. And even when you lose, not only when you win, you have to be humble, but when you lose, you have to be able to say, hey, I lost, congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
I love what Karen had to say, and we got to wrap up because we're coming up to the end of the hour. Karen and I have been at this for 4 years, and Karen and I are polarly opposite politically.
We are.
So one of the things we do here is we try to avoid it. But Karen and I will try each other, and not in a bad way. I love how she tests me, and then I test her back. It's never contentious. It's all for the sake of bipartisan conversations. I adore this young lady.
Don't make me cry.
It has absolutely. I don't care about politics. I mean, for too many years, I was no party affiliation. I had no, that doesn't, I don't mess with that. That's not what I do. And she pushed the buttons and she went, beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, wow, okay. I got myself challenged here a little bit. And she knew what she was talking about. And she would present facts and she'd hit me up on a text. Did you see this, Milan? Like, but it wasn't contentious. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting somewhere with her. What was amazing were the times, hope you don't get mad, that she actually saw some of the virtues of my arguments. She goes, I think I understand what you're trying to say. Didn't change her politics, didn't change her way of seeing things. But she got another perspective. Guess who else got another perspective? The old bald guy.
Yeah.
And I love learning from them. They're awesome. They teach you the best things imaginable. They keep us young. But she kept me smart for the last 4 years.
You're getting me.
And I appreciate that beyond words. That story is great. And I love that she actually asked the question and that was the answer, because obviously she directed the question that way. I, too, am impressed. I remember when Mary Collins did that. Weren't you mayor for 12 years, not 8?
Well, no. I ended up becoming vice mayor right after, because there was no mayor. I mean, it was a
I remember all that happened.
So in theory, I was leading the town as a vice mayor, and there was.
But you weren't quite the mayor. So it was 4 as a vice and 8 as the mayor.
Yeah.
Whatever it was 12 amazing years in Miami Lakes. You made me kind of like a resident, even though I was 60 yards on the other side of the line and never had to pay Miami Lakes taxes or anything. But you considered me a member of your
course.
community. When my father-in-law passed away, you sent me Carlos Alvarez, who was
crazy.
one of your town commissioners. And Carlos Alvarez helped me resolve a problem with the FDOT that today on my old block, they fixed
They
that
finally did
street.
it, yep.
They put a sidewalk because they learned from me, thanks to Carlos Alvarez, thanks to you, and me yelling at the FDOT in front of Esteban Bowl because I yelled at them and told them they didn't know what they were talking about. Took them almost a decade, but they did it right. We talked. I yelled a little, but it got done. I didn't yell for this. I said, do you think maybe we got a shot? You go, fill out the application. And they told me no, but you lied to me. And I'm glad you did. Thank you for coming by.
Of course.
I don't have words for it. They're excited. They're just a little bit tired. That's why the music's going to pump them up
This is
now. with
what hour?
DJCP.
This is our.
We're going to start hour 23.
That's what's up.
Mm,
It's awesome.
that's
I don't know about
what's
you.
down.
Well, you know you guys are going to be all hyped up now with DJ CP, Marlon's official DJ, and my official DJ because I like him better than I like the way I spin.
Last year he put some bangers that got me moving.
Yeah, he can spin. He's amazing. So I'm glad that he came for the third consecutive year to do this for us. CP's the man. Guys, slamradio.org. I've been saying it all day. Your donations are tax deductible. Go directly to supporting the Slam Radio program. Students are involved in a 4-year program. They learn all about the elements of radio from the inside out. They're exposed to different scenarios, as you can see, including a 24-hour broadcast that doesn't exist anywhere in the world, but leave it to little old me to do it. These are challenges that most high school students don't face, which is running a Sirius XM radio station. It's a privilege that maybe 100 people in the world have. They say, Larry, you run it? No, they run it. They running things around here, and I'm glad they are because if I'd have been running it, we weren't getting that. We got that because of you guys. Indeed. Back on the other side, I got somebody who want to do a little mixing around here. His name is this jockey CP, otherwise known as CP in the house. We love him here. You're going to see a bunch of kids dancing around pretty soon. We got to get this cleared out. I have a mess here, so I think I have to go to break so before you can start your set. Does that sound good? We're going to roll through with no breaks. You think you can pull that off, or do you need to break halfway through? You're going to go all the way? All right. We're almost there, guys. So close, but yet so far. Slam-A-THON 3 entering hour 23. Slam Radio, Sirius XM 145. We'll be back.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Slam Radio Sirius XM 145. You know who we got on the decks for you? DJ CP, the official DJ of your Miami Marlins. Spinning from 10 all the way through 11 o'clock. People, show these people how it's done. Slam Radio, SLAM-A-THON. You can donate now on slamradio.org. Every little bit helps. These students have been working their butts off. They've been here since 6 a.m. It's been all them. I've been walking around pointing fingers and doing different things. Now my boy CP is going to bless us with some tunes and we're going to party the night away. Slam Radio.
You're listening to the official DJ of the Miami Marlins, DJ CP.
Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve. Debí darte más besos y abrazos, las veces que pude. Ey, ojalá que los míos nunca se muden. Y si él me emborracha, pues que me ayuden. De cuando te tuve, debí darte más besos y abrazos, las veces que pude. De cuando te tuve, debí darte más besos y abrazos, las veces que pude. Ojalá que los míos nunca se muden. Ojalá que los míos nunca se muden. Y porque tu abuelo todo el día jugando lo mismo. Y me pregunto si aún piensa en ti. Yo le digo que no. Que nuestra vida se quita de ti hasta terminó. No. Ella hace todo por seducirme y yo,